In problems 5 through 8, we have the most amount of work. Again, we cancel factors, not terms. Cancel factors, not terms. We have x plus 1, 2x minus 4. We have all these. We have factors, but those aren't factored. Some of these can be factored. So we have to factor. First of all, we have to factor the denominator, and we can see that x squared minus x minus 2, that's a trinomial. The only way to factor a trinomial besides taking out a greatest common factor is by foiling it. And foiling this, hopefully we're good at this by now, we can see that factors of negative 2 are negative 2 and positive 1, which would add up to negative 1. So just looking at that, x squared, just foiling it out, thinking about this, x squared is x times x is x squared, x times negative 2 is negative 2x, and then a positive 1x gives me a negative 1x, and then positive 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. So I factored that polynomial correctly. This is going to be the most important thing you can do, is get to the factored part. In the second fraction, we factor out a 2 from the numerator, and we have 2 times x minus 2. So we factor out a greatest common factor. In the denominator of this fraction, we factor out a 2x. We could see we have a binomial, it has a common factor of 2x, and what's left over is x plus 2. So double checking all the factors, that's going to be your biggest hurdle. If you can get to this point here, the rest is generally fairly straightforward if you're good with canceling like factors. X plus 1 on top and bottom. We've done this in every single problem, in both parts, both videos, both parts I guess. And so we have an x minus 2 up on top and bottom. We see a 2 up on top and bottom. And we don't have any more factors up on top, so we are done canceling. Again, we replace any canceled factors that are the same. Top and bottom are the same. We replace the factors with a 1. And so up on top, we have 1 times 1 times 1. And then down on the bottom, we have x times x plus 2. If you want to multiply that out, that's fine. There's no need to, because since it's already factored, the work has already been done. All right, so that's how to do number 5. Number 6, here I urge you to pause the video and try that one on your own. Okay, so the first step is to factor. We factor out a 2, and we're left with b minus 1. The denominator of this first fraction is it can't be factored. The numerator of this fraction, we see we have a 3 that's common to both terms, and we end up with a 2b minus 1, 6b minus 3. Good, I'm checking my factoring. And then downstairs here, we can factor out a 2, and we're left with a 2b minus 1. That's convenient, because, again, remember, we have a multiplication symbol here. We treat it as one fraction, and that means any term up on top, like this 2 right here, can cancel with any like factor. I said any term up on top. Any factor up on top can cancel with any like factor down below. And we say a 2 up here and a 2 down there. Those can cancel. Here we hopefully clearly see that the 2b minus 1s can cancel. We don't have anything left that can cancel because we don't have any like factors both top and bottom. So we're left with this b minus 1 times 3. We like to write the real numbers first, and so we're going to write it as 3 times b minus 1. That's all over the b plus 2, which doesn't need a set of parentheses.